From the studios of KENW on the campus of Eastern New Mexico University, it's You Should Know, featuring the people and events of Eastern New Mexico and West Texas.
We're about to make some decisions in the month of November that are going to be very important for the nation and locally and statewide, so forth. And one of the decisions we're going to make, we're going to be talking about this evening. With me is Dr. Stephen Gamble, and he is president of Eastern New Mexico University. And Dr. Gamble, we're going to talk about Bond C. So
yes, sir, thank you.
Why don't you go ahead and explain it to me, and the audience out there will listen. They'll know what's going on.
Well, certainly. Every 2 years, the voters of New Mexico come together to decide whether or not higher education is going to have money to take care of its facilities. It's done in a general obligation bond for which there's no increase in taxes, and it creates jobs in the economy. But it is going to affect Eastern in rather dramatic ways.
Okay, well, let's, first of all, though, you talked about higher education. This is going to benefit not just Eastern. It'll be everybody in the state.
Yes, in fact, the whole vote will be statewide. In other words, if we locally we pass and it fails statewide, then we don't get the money. But if statewide passes it, we will get $11 million to help with the renovation and conversion of the Golden Library into the Golden Student Success Center. It's very important to us. Our library right now is a fine library, but it's not a modern library and has excellent staff. This would give us the money combined with a previous GO bond and some institutional funds to have a total of $26 million to put into this project.
So this is going to be quite a few changes to the building that is there now.
Oh yes, first thing let me emphasize, we're maintaining the traditional functions of the library. Those aren't going to change. We still need stacks. Now the stacks will be smaller because we've asked the faculty to cull the stacks. In other words, the things that aren't being used, to remove those from the library. But we will have a lot more technology in there to deal with online subscriptions, online, just everything that involves technology that constitutes a state-of-the-art library we intend to have in there.
So it'll still be a comfortable, quiet place where students can do some of their assignments, but
it will, Don.
The technology will be available so that they're right up to date.
Will. And also, we're calling it a Student Success Center now because, again, it's going to be more than just a library. We will have places for tutoring in English, tutoring in math. We will have a special area for veterans. In other words, we will have a distance education will now be operated out of that. In other words, our courses that go out from us to virtually all over the world. So we really see this as a major upgrade for the institution.
Something I think that you mentioned that, something I think is just great. We're helping to teach nurses new things in Florida, in New York, in California, all over the country. And I think that's wonderful.
Well, there's still some limits to it, but again, it's so advanced over where it was even 15 years ago in terms of the dissemination of knowledge that it's just amazing to have watched it happen.
Yeah, that's great. How does this affect when we have these buildings? How does it affect the city of Portales?
Well, in a number of ways. One, I think anything that strengthens Eastern New Mexico University strengthens Roosevelt County and the city of Portales. Secondly, during the construction period, we anticipate that this will create approximately 110 jobs. That's got to help our economy. But again, most of all, it will keep our image up as being a progressive institution, one that is modern, and make us that much more attractive to students.
Okay, so that I shouldn't have just mentioned Portales, but let's talk about the fact that these funds are going to be available in Hobbs for New Mexico Junior College, in Clovis for Clovis Community College, down in Roswell. I was checking the list, and virtually all of the areas that we cover are getting a part of that